It's another Raw video from your favorite YouTube scout, Draftrawthentic. Yes, I'm finally here making another video, and like I said, it's a Raw one, so there will be no edits. Anyway, if you can tell by the title, this is the draft forecast for the Seattle Seahawks. Yes, the Seattle Seahawks. Now, if this is your first time watching me, you may wonder, what is a draft forecast? To explain it really quickly, a draft forecast is basically me predicting where players will be years down the road from a draft class. And to explain it even further, I usually try to pick the biggest boom, the biggest bust, and a late round steal. Now, to choose those type of things, a late round steal is basically a guy that's picked between rounds 4 through 7. And then a biggest boom or the biggest bust pick are players picked within the first 3 rounds, or in some cases, the first 3 players chosen by the particular team. So to try to skip all this mumble jumble, let's just get right into it. The biggest boom pick for the Seattle Seahawks, I had it being Rashad Penny. I like Rashad Penny since I can't even remember. I mean, it was one of those situations where I'm on YouTube and I'm looking at a running back. I don't know who it was. Or I may have been looking at the Heisman, like who should win the Heisman. And somebody in the comments mentioned Rashad Penny. So I said, why didn't I hear about him? So I looked him up and I was shocked. I was like, whoa. First of all, this dude had 2,000 yards this past college season. Secondly, a guy that's 6'1" and 200 pounds. Well, what they listed, I think he's officially 5'11", 200 pounds. Still, that's big. 220 pounds. 5'11", 220 pounds. The dude looked like, he was just running over guys and just running past guys. It was amazing to watch the way he ran with the football. To see a guy that big and that fast, then the simple fact is that he carries over kick returning abilities. It's like, come on. Like, how is he not up there? And I start looking at it like, okay, they talk about Saquon Barkley, which I'm not a huge fan of Saquon. Let me just put that there. And now you look at Rashad Penny, and I'm like, what's the difference? What's the biggest difference between the two? One guy plays at a bigger school that is getting a lot more attention, and another guy plays at a school that's, it is what it is. You got like 50,000 California colleges. So, how are you supposed to know who he is? But, because it's not UCLA or USC or Cal or Stanford, nobody cares. But I look at that situation and I'm like, Rashad Penny, this guy is really, really good with really good speed and really good, solid vision. He doesn't have the greatest vision. But anyway, when it comes to him, just as a pure running back, this guy's pretty darn good. And with his biggest boom factor, he does have a chance to, bust. He does have a chance to bust. But I think that with his skill set, he's the biggest boom for the Seattle Seahawks. Now, to go over to the biggest bust pick for the Seattle Seahawks, I had to go with Rasheed Green. I am not a big fan of Rasheed. I thought that when I saw the tape of him, he got pushed around. He wasn't really making an impact like you would like to see. It was hard to distinguish, is this guy a defensive tackle or a defensive end? He probably would play better in a 3-4, which the Seattle Seahawks don't run, so it's kind of weird. But when it comes to him, I just didn't know where you actually put him. He's not as good of a pass rusher as what they try to make him out to be. I think he's a solid pass rusher, but I think he just wins some battles because he's going against college players that is not as polished as an NFL starter. And when he does get those pressures, it's not from the outside, it's using his quickness in the inside. There's not a lot to me that I like about him, and I think that kind of was the wrong pick for the Seattle, and they should have went with someone else. But I would just say this: I was not a huge fan of Rasheed Green, and which is pretty much the reason why I had to pick him as the biggest bust pick in this draft. For at least the Seattle Seahawks. So it is what it is. But moving on to the late round steal, Shaquem Griffin. Let me just put it out there. Shaquem Griffin. I choose Shaquem Griffin because Griffin Okay, look at him on tape. If you didn't know he had one hand, he's the best linebacker in the draft. It's just simple as that. It's kind of crazy that I felt as though he didn't get as much. He got hyped, but he didn't get as much like push that he should have from NFL scouts. I feel as though, like, honestly, his skill set, the simple fact is that he can cover, he can blitz, and he can tackle. What else are you looking for? I mean, obviously he's not the greatest when it comes to shedding blocks, but there's a lot of linebackers that are not great at that, and they have to work on it. And maybe with him with one hand, they see it as a disadvantage, and they're not sure if he could really do it. But this dude has heart, so I don't get it. Like I said, he can blitz, he can cover, he can tackle. Best linebacker in the draft. I don't know what else to say. And honestly, he literally could be the best player within the Seattle Seahawks draft class for 2018. So, honestly, it is what it is. But Shaquem Griffin, late round steal, Seattle Seahawks, you got yourself a good one. So anyway, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of Draftrawthentic, please subscribe. I say it again, please subscribe. I am at a standstill right now with 58 subscribers. I need more subscribers, please. I've only been doing this since like March, so please subscribe. Please comment. If you didn't like what I had to say about any Seattle Seahawks player, please comment so we can debate about it. We can build this draft community. And please share this video so other people comment, other people can debate, and we can, like I said, build a huge draft community. Once again, this is Draftrawthentic. Please subscribe. Goodbye.